a very good morning, class. Today we start the next topic of our chapter, that is respiratory system. In the last lecture, we have just learned about the digestive system, how this works and what is the structure behind all this, and comprises of stomach, intestine, large intestine, and some glands also. Okay, we have just do the functions and all the things together. Now we will start the next topic of our chapter, that is respiratory system. As you know, our body is made up of trillions of living cells, and each of these cells needs energy to carry out the various tasks that keeps our body alive and functioning. For example, muscles need energy to contract, and all parts of our body need energy to synthesize needed molecules. Okay, सो बेसिकली व्हाट वी हैव टू से दैट कि हमारी बॉडी के अंदर बहुत सारे जो काम होते हैं वो कंटिन्यू चलते रहते हैं और उनके लिए हमें एनर्जी चाहिए होती है. तो ये जो एनर्जी होती है ये आती कहाँ से है? सो बेसिकली आर बॉडी गेट्स द एनर्जी इफ नीड्स बाय कंबाइनिंग फूड मॉलिक्यूल विद ऑक्सीजन इन द प्रोसेस कॉल्ड रेस्पिरेशन. तो आप देखिए कि रेस्पिरेशन होता क्या है. फर्स्टली रेस्पिरेशन इज़ कि हमें क्या करना है कि जो हमारे फूड मॉलिक्यूल्स है, देखिए हमारे जो जब डाइजेशन होता है, डाइजेशन में जब फूड मॉलिक्यूल डाइजेस्ट हो जाते हैं उसके बाद वी गेट ग्लूकोज. ठीक है, देन व्हेन वी दिस ग्लूकोज कंबाइन इन ऑक्सीजन इट विल गिव कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड water molecule. Okay, now this carbon dioxide and water molecule, carbon dioxide is total waste and water molecule is used up by the body. And other thing, the other thing is what here, other thing is that energy release, the energy release is used by the body for various purposes. Okay, now respiration also produces carbon dioxide, a toxic substance which is eliminated from the body, and this uptake of oxygen, removal of carbon dioxide is an essential requirement for all living animals. And you know that when there is accumulation of carbon dioxide in our body, it can be very disappointing and toxic for our body, and it should be eliminated from our body time to time. So that is why we have to eliminate this by hours or by just as we breathe. Okay, so it goes on continuously all day or night. The process by oxygen rich is taken inside the body of an organism and carbon dioxide rich is expelled out. Okay, so this is main thing which is happening inside the body. Now we will move to the human respiratory system. We know what is respiration, we know what is breathing. Breathing is what? Breathing is simply intake of oxygen and in exhale of carbon dioxide. That is a normal breathing. Okay, but what is respiration? An inhale of oxygen and combining this oxygen with the food molecule to release energy and to release carbon dioxide, so that carbon dioxide is to be exhaled from the body. So that is the main difference between the breathing and the respiration. Now we will just move through the human respiratory system. Human have well-developed respiratory system suitable for meeting the higher requirement of oxygen in their body. देखिए, because our body is not made up of only one cell or two cells, so we need more amount of energy and more amount of oxygen each second. Okay, as we look at the example of amoeba is only consisting of, it is made up of only one type of cell. Then when only it is made up of one type of cell, that means it is not required much energy and it is not required much oxygen. So either the breathing system or the respiratory system is done by only the body surface. Okay, but our body is needed much more oxygen than any other organism, and that is why our breathing system is very complex, and it is consisting of lungs, trachea and bronchi and alveoli and so on. So we will just discuss it later. Now the human system composed of three main sections, mainly upper respiratory tract and lower respiratory tract and respiratory muscles. Now what are upper respiratory tract and lower respiratory tract and respiratory muscles? We will go through this. Okay, just look at here. This is what we just see here. This is the upper respiratory tract. Okay, and this is the lower respiratory tract, and the respiratory muscles are seen in this diagram. I'm repeating this, these diagrams are not in your book, and these I'm just taking these diagrams to just know you in a well defined way, because they're 3D diagrams and they are much clearer diagram as in the books, as compared to books. Okay, so we will first discuss what are upper respiratory system. So mainly अपर रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम मीन्स कि हम जब रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम स्टार्टिंग की बात कर रहे हैं तो वहाँ पर एक्चुअली प्रेजेंट होता क्या है. सो व्हाट दो nostrils are the pair of cells. The upper respiratory system consisting of nose, mouth, pharynx and larynx. I am repeating, the upper respiratory system consisting of nose, mouth, pharynx and larynx. Okay, now nose are the pair of cells. Nose, as you all know, they have two holes, and under these holes we have hairs and some mucus present in it. What is the work of these hairs and nostrils? And mainly, these hairs are here to just trap the dust particles and to just remove the any impurity which is present in the air. Okay, and the mucus is also uh, suitable for the same task. Okay, and when the air just and as addition to this, it also moisturize and filter the dust particles. Okay, now when we mouth another respiratory tract through which we can inhale our oxygen is mouth. However, it is not safe and it consisting of many dangers. So it is recommended by doctors also that you just inhale the oxygen by nose and not by the mouth. Okay, so this is considered as the second place through which we can take in air. Nasal respiration is more advantageous compared to mouth respiration. It is because nasal cavity help in filtration, moisturizing and warming and sterilizing in inhale air. As we told you earlier, it also help in moisturize and warming. तो देखिए अब यहाँ पर होता क्या है कि हम जब नोज में से इनहेल करेंगे तो वहाँ पर मॉइस्चराइजिंग हो रही है एयर की, मतलब मॉइस्चर क्रिएट हो रहा है वहाँ पर उसकी एग्जामिनेशन अच्छे से हो रही है, वहाँ पर उसकी स्टरलाइजिंग हो रही है। पर वही चीज़ अगर आप माउथ से करते हो तो ये सब चीज़ें वहाँ नहीं होती है। इट मीन्स कि आप जो इन्फेक्शन वाली जो एयर है उसको अपने अंदर जाने के लिए रिकमेंड कर रहे हो, ठीक है, विच इज़ नॉट गुड। सो दैट इज़ वाई वी डोंट हैव टू इनहेल एनी टाइप ऑफ ऑक्सीजन, एनी टाइप ऑफ एयर फ्रॉम आवर माउथ, ओके, इंस्टेड ऑफ nose. Now that is his next second, that is pharynx. Pharynx is this portion, this is the portion, I just zoom it here. Pharynx here is consisting of pharynx, and it is the portion where commonly known as throat, and is a common passage is the back of the ear, as a back of the mouth for air and food. So it is a common passage by which air and food both goes down. ओके, इट मीन्स कि ये एक कॉमन पैसेज है जिसमें से एयर और फूड दोनों ही नीचे की तरफ जाते हैं। समझ में आया आपको? इट कनेक्ट्स द माउथ विद द विंड पाइप एंड कनेक्ट द माउथ विद द विंड पाइप, विच इज वेरी नॉर्मल. It consisting of three chambers mainly: nasopharynx, oropharynx and laryngopharynx, and these are the names, only the names, so just read out the names only. Now food material pass through. Sometimes you will feel that when any food material go through the windpipe, we get many sneezing and this प्रॉब्लम इन ब्रीथिंग एंड मैनी प्रॉब्लम्स आर फेसिंग. जब हम हंसते हुए, इसको ऐसे समझिए आप कि जब आप कुछ भी चीज़ खाते हैं, ठीक है, और उसके साथ अगर आप हंस रहे हैं तो कभी कभी क्या होता है कि वही जो सेम हमारा फूड होता है वो विंड पाइप के अंदर चला जाता है, और जो विंड पाइप में वो जाके अटक जाता है, तो जब भी वो सांस अंदर बाहर जाएगी, यानी कि एयर एक्सेल और इनहेल होगी, तो आपको प्रॉब्लम आएगी. इसकी वजह से खांसी आती है हमें, वी फील कफ एंड वी फील अदर प्रॉब्लम्स फॉर जस्ट 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so this is about this, and for just preventing this we have one special thing, that is epiglottis, which is covers the glottis portion. Okay, and just behind this we have larynx. At the top of the trachea is a larynx which contains a flap like tissue called the seed cords, and this is about the vocal cord and all are also present in this portion. Okay, now we will go through the lower respiratory system. Now lower respiratory system consisting of mainly trachea. This is the portion you have seen, this is the trachea portion. It is in a lower respiratory system than the bronchus and the bronchi. The bronchus and the bronchi are well defined in this structure. Now just see, these are different lines, and this is the upper lung, this is the lower lung, and you can see there's a branching like structures here, and these are the alveoli. Okay, bronchi, bronchioles and alveoli, these are the some of the structures. Now what are these bronchi and how they are look like? They are actually looking like this. In the portion, the defined portion, these type of bronchi, alveoli are the millions in number in our lungs. Okay, so these are very specific. Okay, so we will go through our lung, and you know our lungs is this like this is the lung, and our left lung is slightly shorter than the right lung due to the presence of heart. You all know that. Okay, now we will just, this is about the structure here, and now we will discuss the muscles. What are the muscles which are responsible for this? These are three types of muscles mainly. The diaphragm is the portion, here we will define the diaphragm. Here you can see a curved portion, this is the diaphragm. This diaphragm sheets mainly involved in the exhale inhalation by this covering itself in a curved portion, let them in curve or maybe the straight portion. So that is why. Now, inspiratory muscles. As the name clears, inspiratory muscles are the muscles which are responsible for the inspiration. That means for the inhalation. And expiratory muscles are the muscles which are involved in the exhalation. So this is about the exhalation and the inhalation. And now, the main thing, we will discuss all the things together, and we will neither just go through what are the mechanisms behind it. So what is the mechanism here? So see here, that is a mechanism here. When the air goes in, just do it also experimentally. When we exhale air, when we inhale air, take a long breath. Now, when we inhale air, our chest cavity just expands, your lung expands. And when our lung expands, all the air drawn into the air, diaphragm contract and flattens. Okay. Then this exhale, so then it is called flatted. Okay. And then the intercostal muscles, these intercostal muscles got contract. Okay. And that is why all the air get inside the body. Okay, now what happens in the exhalation? When we just remove our air, all the chest cavity become relaxed. Okay, when it become contract, due to the contraction, the air pressure inside become decreases and outside increases. That is why it moves to the upper portion, and all the air just goes to the upper portion and like this, and air forced out of the lungs, and diaphragm get relaxed and moves up, and intercostal muscles relax, all in the relaxed position. So that is what happening in the contraction and the exhalation. What are these things? Okay, now I have one more diagram to just know what happened when oxygen just goes to the alveoli. Now suppose this is the alveolus. Okay, now this red portion just defined oxygenated blood, and blue defined the deoxygenated blood here. Okay, now when the alveolus having the oxygenated blood, it goes to the deoxygenated blood rich in the carbon dioxide and oxygen. All the oxygenated blood is goes to the heart, and the deoxygenated blood is goes to the heart also, but in the different way, arteries and veins. And we will define this portion in much detail part in the next topic, which is the blood and circulatory system. So this is about our today's lecture, which is a well defined explanation of the respiratory system. I hope you will all get this portion. Okay, so just revising itself, and I will provide the what are the questions are just required by this. So be prepared for that also, and please report me regularly what are you doing and what are you not. Okay, so thank you.